welcome back to my third ever meal prep. If you're new to my channel, my name's Cole Hastings, and if you're trying to evolve your body and mind through a plant-based diet as well as personal development topics, then consider subscribing and hitting the bell so you don't miss a video. So this is quickly becoming one of your guys' favorite series. I appreciate all the love on the past two ones, so I gotta bring you more and more and more of these. Now what I'll be doing in this video is only making one meal, but you need to plan this out as if you were planning for a Monday to Friday week, and I'm going to make 3 meals in this video, and all the measurements you see for these meals are going to be for 5 meals, so just keep that in mind when you're making them. And first off, we're starting off with some high protein bolognese. I think I said that right, but this is going to be obviously a vegan version. So again, the measurements you're going to see on screen are for 5 meals, but I'm only making 1 meal in this video. So we're going to start off with some pasta, and then to substitute the beef that's usually in bolognese, we're using textured vegetable protein, which you guys have been seeing a lot in my videos lately. All this is dehydrated soy. We're just going to put it in some water, hydrate it, and then season it a little bit to make it taste more like the ground beef that you usually have in bolognese. Obviously, then you're going to need some pasta sauce, and I am also choosing to add some broccoli in here. I'm going to add a cup of broccoli per serving. And then last big ingredient, I'm actually going to add 2 tablespoons of tahini. The reason I'm doing this is because it gives it more of a creamier flavor. It's almost as if you were adding cheese, but you're not. Tahini is just delicious for getting that creaminess in a sauce that doesn't have milk in it. And obviously this is an Italian dish, so we need a ton of seasonings, and what I'm going to be using for this particular dish is some cumin. I'm going to be using some chili powder, garlic powder, paprika, oregano that I have. I believe this is oregano, and then some Sicilian seasoning because, you know, that sounds like it would make sense for this meal. And just because I love it so much, I'm going to add a tablespoon of nutritional yeast into it as well. So let's do it. First thing I want to do, just to get it out of the way, is start boiling this pasta. So I'm just going to get a cup of it. Okay, now let me grab a pan. Now while we are waiting for that to boil, I am going to hydrate the textured vegetable protein. Just gonna get a small bowl, put it in, and the ratio for this is 1:1. I'm using a 1/4 cup of textured vegetable protein, which means I'm using a 1/4 cup of water. And now the water's boiling, so let's just throw this in. And if we look over here, our textured vegetable protein is all hydrated, so we need to start seasoning this. And I feel like my best bet to seasoning this stuff is to put it in a pan like this and just put the pasta sauce and the seasonings together. That way the flavor combines and the flavor marinates into the textured vegetable protein. I don't know. My logic could be flawed there. So let's try this out. We're gonna put the textured vegetable protein in. Here we go. Sauce going in, paprika, cumin. I really love cumin, but a lot of people seem to not like it. What do you guys think about cumin? Garlic powder, chili, Sicilian seasoning, and oregano. Let's see what happens when we mix this up. First taste test. Wow, that is good. Yo, you guys gotta try this recipe. Okay, and over here, I just finished up heating up the broccoli. All you gotta do for broccoli is just put it in the microwave for a little. And now the pasta is al dente. Let's grab a strainer for that. Now the question is, can I do this with one hand? It's seeming like I can. Oh yeah. There it is. All right, now let me set this up so it actually looks nice. So firstly, we're gonna mix the broccoli and pasta together. And in every single bolognese, whatever the hell it is, picture I've seen online, they put the bolognese sauce stuff on top of it. They don't mix it in first, so it's probably the best for aesthetics. Now let's see how I do. The smell of this, the look of this is just
divine.
Now you might be saying, Cole, wait a second, where's the tahini, where's the nutritional yeast? Well, first off, just let me get a good thumbnail picture here. What I'm adding here might not be exactly 2 tablespoons, so again, just remember to measure everything out. Don't do what I do. If you want the most accurate results, you gotta measure your food. Okay, beautiful, didn't take that long, and it's just so tasty. I'm so excited to dig into this. So let's check out the macros. Okay, for the second meal in this meal prep, we're going to be making pretty much just a Buddha bowl. That is what I'm going to call it. So what you're going to be needing for this Buddha bowl is some tofu. We got some extra firm tofu back there. Extra firm will work the best for this. You're going to need some sweet potato. You're going to need some brown rice. You're going to need some peas. You're going to need some barbecue sauce. I'm actually going to make the sweet potato and the tofu with barbecue sauce because I never usually do that. Just want to switch things up. And lastly, you're going to need some hummus for each meal. So let's do this. Let's show you how to make it. So the only real serious prep that is required for this meal is the potatoes and the tofu because we're going to be roasting both of them. So you're going to want to chop up your tofu into cubes, and don't mind how much I have here. Again, just go off of the measurements so you're getting your macros accurate. Okay, finally. Now let me get a tray. All right, now let me show you what I want to season this stuff with. So obviously first I want the barbecue sauce. Now, if you were to like let the tofu marinate overnight or something, I feel like it would taste better with this barbecue sauce, but I don't have that time. So let's just mix that up. I feel like sweet potatoes with barbecue sauce are really good. We'll figure it out as we go. And the seasonings I forgot to tell you guys about that I want to use are cumin, garlic powder, paprika, chili, and yeah, that's it. Let me mix this up now. Now we want to take this over to the oven, and you want to make sure that the oven is at 425 degrees Fahrenheit, and you're going to cook this for about 30 minutes. So I'll see you in about 30 minutes and we'll put this together. All right, so it's been about 30 minutes. This should be done now. I'm excited to put this together. It's looking good, it's smelling good. Let's do it. So I'm just gonna do my best to plate everything nice. Now this is like an actual meal prep bowl that you would use, which is great for the purpose of this video. Got the sweet potato, then the cup of rice. I'm not heating up the rice because I'm gonna put this in my fridge right now. Actually, I'm not gonna eat this right now. And the same goes for the peas, and we'll just add that hummus on top. And that is it for this meal. It's packed full of protein, good carbs, macros, everything. All the freaking macros are good, okay? Would never give you guys something that doesn't have good macros. So let's get into the macros for each meal. All right, now we're gearing up to make the last meal of this meal prep, which is going to be something I very rarely make on like any of my meals, and that is soup. So this is probably going to be the meal that takes the longest if you don't count roasting those vegetables, the longest prep time. So we are going to be using in this soup some carrots. We're obviously going to be using some vegetable broth. We're going to be using some diced or crushed tomatoes. We're going to be using some black beans for our protein. Feel free to use any type of beans you want. I'm going to use some onion. And then for the seasonings, we got some paprika, some cumin, some garlic powder, some nutritional yeast, of course, some oregano once again. And this time I'm going to put thyme into this meal because thyme is really good with soups. And also what's going to be included in the macros is pasta. Now this is going to be like a noodle soup. This is how you're going to want to prepare it if you want some extra calories and extra protein. But as I make this, guys, I'm not going to make this pasta. I just have this out here for show. If you want that extra calories and extra protein, then go for it. And the macros you're going to see at the end of all of this when I put all of this together is going to be for having the pasta included. So keep that in mind. Remember that. All right, let's get all this stuff out of the way. And first off, we're going to be chopping the carrots and onions because this is the first stuff that gets added to the pan. All right, that is good. Now let's go over to the pan and show you what we got to do over there. Now, I do not have any 0-calorie oil sprays or anything like that, so I'm going to use a little bit of olive oil. I'm actually going to add it to the total macro count, but it's so little that it's not really going to make much of a difference with the macros. So just like a dab of it, just so that the carrots and onions don't stick to the bottom. And we're going to wait till that heats up, and then we're going to throw the carrots and onions in. So we're just making sure that we stir around the carrots and onions while they cook, or else they're gonna burn at the bottom. And this is on about medium heat. All right, now that the carrots and onions are cooked down pretty well, it took me about like 5 minutes or so. We're gonna add everything else to this right now. So we got the tomato, the broth, the beans, now the seasonings, we got garlic powder. You can also use garlic by cooking it with the onions and carrots at the start, like actual garlic cloves, but I'm just using garlic powder. Paprika, cumin, a lot of oregano, and then some natural thyme. Now everything's in there, just gonna give it a mix. So once you see bubbles start to form, by the way, this is looking really good. Looks delish, but once you see bubbles start to form and it starts boiling, we're gonna turn it back down to medium-low, and we're gonna let it simmer for about 15 minutes. So I will catch you when this is done and simmered. All right, it's been about 15 minutes. Let's give it a quick check here. Oh, baby. The smells are smelling, which means they're good in my language. So let's put this into a proper bowl and show you guys the macros. All right, hold up. Let me give it a quick taste test before I show you the macros because it looks good and I really want to try this. It's something very different. Ow! Oh my god, ow. Guys, that's really freaking good. Highly suggest trying this one out. So easy to just heat back up wherever you are. That's why meal prepping is awesome. So let's see the macros for this soup. So delicious, and if you did enjoy this video, these videos take a very long time to make. I've been cooking for about a few hours now just to bring you guys this content, but I do love making these videos for you guys. So if you did enjoy, all you gotta do is leave a like on the video. It lets me know I should make more and that you guys love this stuff. Thank you so much for all the support, and thank you for watching until the end. That really, really helps me, and I appreciate that you think I'm even that interesting to watch till the end. So thanks, guys. See ya in the next video, and have a good rest of your day.